What up guys, the upcoming 10.1 WoW patch is bringing a lot of PvP changes to the game, and today I am covering the general critical strike damage changes. Hope you enjoy. Critical strike damage is being reduced to only 150% total damage. This is an overall 25% nerf across the board, and for now I am inclined to say that it is a step in the right direction. But nothing is perfect. Since Shadowlands release, the game has become a lot more fast-paced, and one mistake is often enough for a match to end immediately due to how bursty most classes can be. A reduction to critical strike damage will help a bit with this, however there are specs whose kit completely relies on critical hits, and those specs will take a much bigger hit than all the others. The obvious two that will get affected are Destruction Warlock and Frost Mage. Destruction Warlock's Chaos Bolt damage is always a critical strike. It is how the ability works, which means that every single Chaos Bolt will be nerfed by this change, and as we know, this is the ability that pretty much makes the destruction spec, which is not performing that well currently, so reducing that damage really won't help their situation. A lot of class changes are coming with the patch however, so most likely this should be counterbalanced in the class specific changes. There is no need to despair quite yet. And then we have the Frost Mage, which offers two playstyles, the Glacial Spike Shattering one and the Ice Lance Spam. Both of these rely on shattering these abilities in order to almost guarantee them to critically strike the opponent, which means that just like the Destruction Warlock, a critical strike damage reduction implies a direct, significant nerf to Frost Mage in general. Truth be said that, unlike the Destruction Warlock, Frost Mage is a top S tier spec, one of the best ranged in the game at the moment, so this won't really affect their viability all that much. Another spec we can consider is the Frost Death Knight, a spec that also revolves around getting Killing Machine procs in order to do efficient damage. With that said, Frost Death Knight does not rely as much on Killing Machine as it used to, but it is still for sure an honorable mention in this regard. I'm happy to see that they do want to slow down the meta, as a longer game will allow for more counterplay opportunities, which should give regular classes a chance to fight back against the S-tier King bursty specs. Yeah, I'm looking at you, rogues. On the other hand, dot-based specs will be even more efficient, and we all know that Affliction Warlock and Shadow Priest have been quite tricky to balance this expansion. Also, Feral Druid, but those do take a more significant hit from this than both the previously mentioned casters. But yes, Affliction Warlock, Shadow Priest and Feral Druid are arguably the three strongest PvP classes this expansion, and this change slightly helping them might make it trickier for Blizzard to counterbalance them in the class specific changes below. About this we're just gonna have to wait and see. I hope that 10.1 will bring us a more balanced PvP experience. There are a lot more changes coming with this patch, and I will try to cover the most important stuff on my next videos. Thanks for watching, subscribe if you haven't yet, and as always, I will see you in the arena.